Okay, guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Noel, and please, if this is your first time of watching this video in my channel, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate it. And some of you, most of you, have already subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Thank you for your comments and everything. I really appreciate everything you've done towards this channel. So my motivation for creating this channel is to help people have the right information about studying in Europe at affordable tuition fees. I lived and studied in London, UK for some years, and I also had my first master's in the United Kingdom, and I know how much I paid for that master's. It was really very expensive. But then I also had a second master's at the University of Luxembourg, where I paid 200 euros per semester. Very affordable and one of the best universities in Europe. So having compared these two scenarios, I felt that a lot of people who are aspiring to study in Europe, who may not have the required amount of money to pay high tuition fees in places like US or UK or Canada, can also have a very fantastic alternative of achieving their goals by studying in Europe at a very affordable tuition fee. So this was the motivation behind this channel. And I've done videos on how you can study in Luxembourg, in Czech Republic, and of course in Belgium. I'm gonna do more videos as well. I've also done a video about studying and working in Luxembourg and how you can apply for your temporary authorization to stay in Luxembourg, and also, of course, your resident permit in Luxembourg. So, but today I want to respond to some questions by my wonderful subscribers and those who ask questions in my comment section. And I tried my best to respond to every question as fast as much as I can. And I think I've answered most of the questions people asked in my channel, but I felt I need to do a short video just summarize some of those points, because a lot of people may not have the time to read those lengthy comments in the comment section, but making a video will help them to understand better. So I picked some questions from my wonderful subscribers. The first one here is from Bro Ecclesiastics from Sierra Leone. Shout out to my guys, my fans in Sierra Leone. You guys are wonderful. And the question is, I would love to apply for an undergraduate program in either medicine or computer science. I think the person is trying to find out what he needs to do if he can apply for this program. And the answer is yes. You can actually apply for undergraduate program in this field. However, you need to understand that most of the BSc programs at the University of Luxembourg are taught with a combination of French and German. So that means you need to have at least a basic knowledge of French and German for you to study this bachelor's degree program. And for example, if you want to study a bachelor's degree in information technology, computer science, you need to have basic knowledge of French. And then if you want to study medicine at the University of Luxembourg, this program is taught concomitantly in French and German. So you need to have C1 certificates in both languages, that is in German and in French, for you to be able to study medicine at the University of Luxembourg, because the language of study for this course, in terms of percentage, French is 70% and German is 20% and English is just 10%. So ideally, you must have C1 certificate for French and German for you to study medicine at the University of Luxembourg. And the way it is structured is this: for the bachelor's in medicine, it's 3-year full-time program and 6 semesters, and you can actually go to partner universities in your second year. And then your career opportunities while doing this medical course is that you can do your master's at other partner universities in France or in Belgium. Also, you can continue of medical studies at partner universities in France, Belgium, and Germany. That's for students who are living after first year. That means you can continue your medical career in Germany, France, or Belgium. The second question comes from somebody, I think, Amina Boudiaf. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. And the question is, I want to study medicine in Luxembourg. I'm African. Do I have to get C1 in German and French, or only in French? I think I've answered that question right now. So because the medicine is taught in both German and French, you need to get C1 certificate in both engineering jobs and companies there, like in Germany. Well, different countries have different procedures for their people to work or not. I believe that dependent can work, but you have to follow the guidelines by the Immigration Directorate in Luxembourg to know how you can apply for such permit that allow you to work. Okay, so if your spouse is studying in Luxembourg, you may be allowed to work under certain conditions. So I advise you to go to the website of the Immigration Directorate in Luxembourg and find out the procedures for applying for work permit as a dependent. Okay, so ideally you have to apply for some form of salaried work permit that will enable you to work. Okay, remember that holders of family members or resident permits who wish to carry out paid employment as their main activity must apply for a salaried worker residence permit. Okay, this is according to Immigration Directorate in Luxembourg. So if you are holding a permit as family member or a dependent, but you wish to work mainly, you need to really apply for salaried worker resident permit that will enable you to do such. So always consult the Immigration Directorate in Luxembourg to find out specifics how this process works. Okay, yes, engineering jobs are also in Luxembourg. Of course, Luxembourg and Germany is not the same in terms of population, in terms of what is mostly common in terms of job there. But ideally, you can have jobs in Luxembourg in areas like in IT, in HR, in admin, hospitality, engineering as well, finance mostly, teaching, and healthcare as well. But I have to advise, if you're coming to Luxembourg to study or to live as a student, I would advise you to learn French as fast as you can. The more you can speak French, the more your chances of getting bigger jobs. Okay, so once you enter the country, start learning French. The University of Luxembourg has a French program for their students, which is quite free. I think once a week or thereabouts. So if you're at the university, from day one, enroll in this program and begin to learn French. It will help you for social inclusion, also help you for job prospects and opportunities. Okay. This question comes from Feyitayo Phenomena, if that's correct. And the question is, hello, sir, how can I migrate from Cyprus to Luxembourg as an MC student? You can just simply apply like every other person. Doesn't matter where you are in the part of the world, you can apply to study at the University of Luxembourg. If you're a third country, follow the guidelines for third country nationals. If you're an European Union citizens, then follow the guidelines as well. Everything is clearly stated at the University of Luxembourg website. Okay. And the other question is from Gary Nhanga. I guess this sounds like South African name. Shout out to guys in South Africa. I hope I'm correct. And the question is, hi dear Mr. Noel, thank you for your videos. Are there any other hidden costs besides the €200 for tuition fees? How much are the accommodation costs at the school? Whatever you see at the University of Luxembourg website is what you get. There are no hidden costs. It's a transparent university with good reputation. So as long as you see that on the website, that's what you're gonna pay. Okay? So to reassure you, there is no hidden costs. Okay, what you see, what you're gonna pay. If you want to find out about accommodation costs, please kindly contact the accommodation department, University of Luxembourg, and they will tell you the fees for different housing of the university hostel or dormitories. Okay. And this question comes from Adeola Awoyelu. And the question is, hello, Mr. Noor, is it only science courses that they do at the University of Luxembourg? No, it's not only science courses. They also do other courses. For example, they have masters in accounting and audit, masters in entrepreneurship and innovation, masters in logistics and supply chain management, masters of science in finance and economics, masters in quantitative economics and finance, masters in wealth management. So it's not only science courses. They have also masters and programs in other areas as well. And this question comes from Boatia Nhand. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. So this is Boatia Nhand. And the question is, thanks for the videos. It's rich in information. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Boatia. And then the question now goes, could you please tell me if there is work after graduation? I've made a video about working during your study and after graduation in Luxembourg. Yes, by law, every student who is studying at the University of Luxembourg is allowed to work during school and during holidays, okay? And during school, I think it's 15 hours per week, but during holidays, depending on your age, you can also work full-time, but there's age cap limitation for working full-time during holidays. But everyone can work during school session, I think 15 hours per week. And also, after your graduation, you are entitled to apply for a work permit that will enable you to work full-time in Luxembourg. And even if you have not gotten a job after your graduation, you can also apply for a permit that will allow you to look for a job. And that permit will last for 9 months. So within 9 months, you are meant to find a job, which is realistic. And then once you find a job, you can apply for salaried work permit that will enable you to work full-time in Luxembourg. So yes, people can work, students can work during school, and after graduation, you can also apply for work permit to work in Luxembourg. I hope that have answered your question, Boatia Nhand. Thank you once again for your question. So this question comes from Afamefune Nonso. And that sounds like he's from Nigeria. And the question is, do they give post-study work permit? If yes, how long? Yes, they give post-study work permit. Like I said previously in my previous response to the previous question, is that you can apply for work permit once you finish your program at the University of Luxembourg, notably master's or PhD. You can apply for your work permit. Even if you have not gotten a job, you can apply for permit that will enable you to look for a job, and this will last for 9 months, which you should be able to get a job within the 9 months, of course, and then you can work full-time after your studies. So yes, you can apply for post-study work permit in Luxembourg, okay? So, and the other one is from Idowu Oyetunde, and the question is, thanks for the information. Please, how can I get a format of writing motivation letter? A lot of people struggle with this. I'm going to make a special video to address this particular question, okay? How to write motivation letter. This is very important. There are 2 key things that will determine the success of your application. Number 1 is meeting the basic requirements the school has stated based on the course we are applying for. Number 2 is how strong, how efficient your motivation letter is. A lot of people have asked me this question via YouTube or Instagram, and they tend to have problem. They struggle in writing this. I'm gonna make a specific video to address this challenge. But in summary, let's look at what motivation means, literally speaking. What is the drive? Why do you choose to do something? What is the passion? What is the driving factor that makes you to make that decision? So if you are trying to go for a program at the University of Luxembourg, any university in the world, for example, you need to explain explicitly why you choose that program. And it has to have a structure. You don't just dabble into all over the place. You have to structure it. It's like someone writing a love letter. It's like a sequence, very logical, coherent, and well organized. Okay, for example, you have to talk about your background, first paragraph, how you were inspired by whatever you're doing, maybe science when you're in high school or secondary school, and then you have interest in science and what led to you doing your first degree in your school. And what are your strengths? What are the courses that you find more interesting? How does that affect your desire in future choices? Then why do you choose that particular master's program, for example? Is there any unique thing about the master's, the way it's structured, about the school, the lecturers, the professors, the facilities, the infrastructures? Is there an internship attached to the program? What makes that program specific and unique to you? And then what do you tend to achieve during the course of your learning at university? What are your goals? Okay, what are your aims? What is the rationale for choosing the program? What will you do after that? PhD, entrepreneur, go into business, labor force? You need to specify these things. And what can you do to help the school while you are there? Why do you choose a university? Why do you choose a course? Why do you choose a country? All these things has to be summed up in a very coherent way that to make your motivation letter very superb. Because you need to convince the professors that you actually understand first the program you're going to study and why you are there. And you are competent enough, very importantly, competent to be able to withstand the challenges that the program might bring to you during your study. They are not seeing you there, for example, and they need to know that you are the one that is serious about affecting your chances of getting admission at University of Luxembourg or anywhere else drastically. I will do a special video about this in future. And the last question I'm going to look at here today is by Abdusalamad Abdusalam. And the question is, Mr. Noel, please, I want to know if it is possible for someone to sponsor you but stays out of the Luxembourg, and what's the procedure? Thank you. According to the Immigration Directorate guidelines, you have to show proof of fund that shows that you have the required resources to study, to take care of yourself in Luxembourg. And that proof of fund has to be either in your own personal statement of account or your parents. Doesn't matter where they stay. It has to be in your account statement or your parents. So, and I've made a video about this already, and there's a link you can go and read more about the steps and procedures of getting this proof of fund. Okay, so this is just the few things I want to talk about today in this video. I don't want to take most of your time. Please remember, these questions I answered are based on my own personal research and experience. It does not represent the view of the Immigration Directorate or the University of Luxembourg, but these are facts based on my research and my experience. Once again, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you're gonna learn one or two things from this video, and I promise you to bring you more content that will help you to make an informed decision towards your goal of studying in Europe. And thank you so much once again. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the like button, share this video, and please keep dropping your questions. I'll respond to them as much and as fast as I can. Once again, don't forget, I want to leave you with this. In everything that you do, always give it a human face. I am the human investor. Thank you. Bye-bye.